Miss Debbie here, and I'm so glad that you came back to learn more about our spiritual disciplines or drawing closer to God. Today, we're going to learn about how we can add more God and subtract more of us. And that means putting God first and putting our wants, our thoughts second. So let's see what that's all about today.
Got a brand new sound, so get everybody talking. Yeah, we won't stop, we won't wait. We'll stand and sing our Savior's name, our Savior's name. Sing it out, sing it out, sing it out. Jesus is alive right now. Whoa, sing it out, sing it out, sing it out. Jesus is alive right now. Whoa, whoa. Death couldn't beat him, nothing could hold him down. Our God conquered the grave, so come on now, make it loud. Everybody shout it out. Jesus is alive right now. Sing it out, sing it out, sing it out. Jesus is alive right now. Whoa, sing it out, sing it out, sing it out. Jesus is alive right now. We won't stop, we won't wait. We'll stand and sing the Savior's name. We won't stop, we won't wait. We'll stand and sing the Savior's name. Jesus is alive right now. Jesus is alive right now. Say, Jesus is alive right now. Jesus is alive right now. Shout it out. Jesus is alive right now. 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 Whoa! Sing it out, sing it out, sing it out. Jesus is alive right now. Whoa! Sing it out, sing it out, sing it out. Jesus is alive right now. Whoa! Sing it out, sing it out, sing it out. Jesus is alive right now. Whoa! Sing it out, sing it out, sing it out. Jesus is alive right now. Whoa!
Hey Jaden, what are you doing? The tablet locked me out, and I can't figure out how to unlock it.
You timed out. It won't unlock for another couple hours.
You're kidding. Look, I just found this new music app, and it's so good. But I guess I've been spending more time on it than I've realized.
I've been there before.
How did you deal with it? Lately, the app's all I've been able to think about.
Why don't I start by telling you about another app called Loosey Goosey?
Loosey Goosey?
Trust me, the silly name didn't make the game any less addictive.
Okay. What is that sound? Okay. Am I going crazy or is something honking?
It's my new pet goose, Theo.
There are no unregistered geese allowed in HQ, Harper. That's a code 223.
He's not real. It's this new app I downloaded called Loosey Goosey. Look.
Is that all it does?
Pretty much. It's fun.
I don't get it.
We are Connect HQ.
Every day we help the people of the world.
Live God's way.
We look for the links.
Make the connection.
And you never know what might happen.
My name is Harper, and this is the time I got too distracted.
Harper, there's someone I would like to introduce. This is Samantha.
Hold on, 1 second. Okay. Nice to meet you, Samantha. My name is Harper.
Hi.
Samantha's having trouble being able to find the time to do all the things that she would like to do at school.
Yeah, I'm into basketball, cheerleading, band, soccer, the choir,
That's a lot of activities.
softball, golf, and student council. And I think that's it.
Wow.
Yep, I don't like being bored. But I'm having a hard time figuring out which thing's most important.
Don't worry about it, Samantha. We're here to help you. Harper, I'm gonna get started on finding some links. How about you show Samantha around?
Okay, follow me.
Oh, Harper, have you had a chance to answer those emails from the field offices?
Not yet. I was busy doing something else, but I'll get to it.
Thanks. I'm sure you will.
Hey, Samantha, do you have an app called Loosey Goosey?
I do. Want to join my gaggle?
Sure.
Finally, some alone time to get some work done. Harper, that honking is going to drive me crazy.
Sorry, this is Samantha. She has a goose too.
His name is Bob.
We were hatching some eggs.
Oh, well, 2 things. First, welcome to Connect HQ. 2, why are there 2 geese named Theo and Bob laying eggs?
Who knows?
I don't get it. Did you get a chance to look at those emails?
I was just about to. Oh, the timer went off. It says I've been on the tablet for too long.
You have timers on your tablets?
Yeah, we have to be careful that we don't spend too much time entertaining ourselves. We need to give more time to God than to ourselves. In other words, add more God, subtract more me, right, Harper?
Right. I've never reached the time limit before. How long do the timers last?
I think a couple of hours. You'll have to take a break.
But we're in the middle of migration.
You'll have to take a break.
Okay. Come on, Samantha.
Maybe she can help.
Hey, Ray, do you know how to turn the timers off on the tablets? We have some very important things we need to take care of.
Like those emails?
Yeah, the emails.
Well, if the tablets are locked, there's nothing I can do about it, but you can use a desktop computer to answer those emails.
But we can't feed our geese.
Feature what?
It's nothing. We'll use a computer. Thanks, Ray.
Hey, why would Harper want to turn off the timers on the tablets?
Because everyone has gone goose crazy, and I do not get it. It's this game or this app or something, but it's causing a lot of distraction around here, and I've tried to tell her how important it is to add more God, subtract more me, but I'm afraid she's not listening.
Add more God, subtract more me. That sounds like a great point link for Samantha to remember also. She's been worried that she's not going to have enough time to do all her activities, but I'm afraid she's forgotten to make God her #1 priority.
Yeah, I used to have that same problem. Maybe I'll talk to her.
Okay.
I can't wait any longer. I have to feed Bob.
I know. I can't stop thinking about Theo. I need to think of something else. Wait, I know what we can do. Come on. We can watch a story in the Bible that talks about the problem we're dealing with.
Is there a story about having too many after-school activities or not enough time to finish your homework?
Maybe not that specific, but let's see. Here's something that came up when I searched the Bible app for distractions.
This is the story about the God who loves us in the Bible. We find truth and purpose to love God and love others. We're searching God's word for things to discover. This book is alive, full of answers and godly advice. This book is alive. See the wonderful stories inside. Every day I'm searching, read through history and poetry. How much Jesus loves me. God's great story lives. There's no other book like this. This book is alive.
Hannah was sad because she had no children. She prayed, and God gave her a son, Samuel. She was very grateful, so she gave Samuel to God to serve him. Hannah left her little boy at the tabernacle with Eli, the priest. Samuel helped old blind Eli. He even slept in the tabernacle while Eli slept in a room nearby. One night, Samuel heard someone call his name. He got up and ran to Eli. "Here I am," he said. "I didn't call you," Eli grunted. "Go back to bed." Samuel crept back to bed. He heard his name again. Samuel ran back to Eli. "Here I am," he said. "I didn't call you," Eli sighed sleepily. "Go back to bed." After Samuel heard the voice a third time, Eli said it was the Lord. "If he calls again," said Eli, "say, 'Speak, Lord, your servant is listening.'" So Samuel did. "Samuel," God said, "can you be my prophet and pass my words faithfully on to my people?" "I can," said Samuel. And he did, until he was an old man.
Samuel was willing to give up his sleep when God wanted to talk with him. If Samuel didn't take the time to stop and listen, he would have missed out on all the great things God had for him.
So we should be willing to give up anything to take time to stop and listen to God, even loosey-goosey?
Yep.
If Samuel had a pet goose, what do you think he would name it?
I guess it would depend on if it was a girl goose or a boy goose.
Either way, he could have called it Sam.
I can't sit still. I'm still thinking about the game. This is hard.
I'm still thinking about the game too. I guess it's no use.
What about a goose?
No, I said it's no use. Harper?
Are you seeing this?
Seeing what?
It's nothing. I don't think I can do this without some help. I'll be right back. Hey, Ray, I need your help.
Of course.
I'm having trouble not taking care of my goose. I've tried, but I can't stop thinking about Theo and playing that game.
Well, games are fun, but they can be distracting.
What should I do?
Well, I just found the verse for Samantha. Maybe it'll help you too. Say it like this. John 3:30.
John 3:30.
He must become greater and greater.
He must become greater and greater.
And I must become less and less.
And I must become less and less.
It can be hard to get rid of distractions, but there are some things that you can do to focus more on God.
Like what?
Like finding a quiet place where you can pray and think about God, or giving up something that you really like for a while so that way you can make more space for God.
Isn't that called fasting?
That's right. And it may seem like you're getting less, but God gives so much more than what we give up for Him.
It's like Luke said, add more God, subtract more me.
Exactly.
Samantha probably needs to hear this too.
Well, would you like to help me make the connection transmission for her?
Sure.
Okay.
Hey, Samantha. Do you know where Harper is?
I think she went to go find Ray. Hey, do you guys have an on-site gym or something? If I can't be playing my game, at least I can be practicing sports or something.
Oh, what sports do you play?
Soccer, cheerleading, basketball, golf, softball.
Yeah, I used to play a lot of sports in school, too. The problem was that it started taking up a lot of my time, and I couldn't get my homework done, so my grades dropped.
So what did you do?
I started making lists like this one, listing the most important things in my life first, and I noticed that there were places where I wasn't using my time wisely.
Sounds helpful.
Yeah, but I noticed something. When God wasn't at the top, it was hard for me to live for him because I was spending so much time entertaining myself instead.
So God should be at the top.
When God is number one, he can help you decide the rest of your list.
Maybe I should try that. My list seems a little too long right now.
Samantha, we found an answer for you.
Luke was just helping me too.
Check this out. Hi, my name is Harper.
And I'm Ray.
And we're part of Connect HQ. We found an answer for you. The Bible tells us this in the book of John. John 3:30. He must become greater and greater, and I must become less and less. That means that we need to spend more time with God and less time being selfish and living life just for ourselves. Samuel was willing to give up his sleep when God wanted to talk with him. Because he was quiet, Samuel was able to hear God's voice. Samuel lived for God and not for himself, so he shared God's message and made him a priority in his life. When I got distracted by a game, I kept putting aside things that were more important. Turning off distractions can help me make God greater in my life. Games and after-school activities can be fun, but we have to learn to limit ourselves. If you choose to stop being busy and entertaining yourself for a while, it's easier to meet with God. Every day, I want to add more God, subtract more me. And you can always ask a parent or teacher to help balance your time. Thanks, Samantha. And remember, Connect HQ is here to help you.
I'm so glad I took the time to visit Connect HQ. I have some ideas on how to prioritize my after-school activities and put God first.
It was so great to meet you, Samantha.
And the timer is reset so you can go play Gooseville or whatever.
Loosey-goosey.
What does that even mean? I don't get it.
Can't play right now. I have some emails to answer. Take care of Theo for me.
Thanks so much for sharing with me, Harper. I guess I've been so focused on the app that I forgot to make God my first priority.
Remembering to turn off distractions and making time for God is one of the best things we can do to stay focused on Him and the things He wants us to do.
Yeah, I think I'll give the app a break for a few days. It'll still be there when I'm ready to give it another try.
That sounds like a great idea.
Hey, when was the last time you played Loosey Goosey?
I don't know, maybe a couple years ago?
Well, the app's still on the tablet. We should see what your goose has been up to.
That sounds fun. Let's check it out. Is that a goose army?
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say your goose didn't appreciate you abandoning it for 2 years.
As tempted as I am to quell the Goose Rebellion, I'm not gonna let myself get addicted to this game again. We were all created to love God and to love others, and no one set a better example than Jesus. If you want to make the decision to follow Jesus, you can do that today. All you have to remember are the ABCs.
A. Admit. Admit that you've done wrong and ask God to forgive you for disobeying Him. B. Believe. Believe God sent Jesus to take the punishment for your sin. Trust that you're forgiven because Jesus made you right with God. C. Choose. Choose to spend your whole life depending on God's power to help you say no to sin. As you live and love like Jesus, tell others God is your leader and number one friend.
If you made that decision today, be sure and talk about it with a parent or a leader you trust.